20 years ago. Take a second to think about that. Our country, the entire world even, changed by the terrorist attacks on September 11th, now 2 decades ago.
All of us were affected if we were alive, but especially first responders. Some of them here in Indiana rushing to New York City to answer that critical call for help. Karen is joining us live this morning from the 9/11 Memorial in downtown Indianapolis, and you actually got a chance to talk to some of those first responders, Karen.
Yeah, Carlos, that's right. Shane Hardwick, he works with IEMS, and he says he remembers September 11, 2001, just like it was yesterday. He was one of many, of course, who answered the call. He went down there to help other first responders during, so much devastation. Now, he was just a year and a half into his career. At the time, he says he remembers Ground Zero looking just like a movie scene, scenes he captured in Polaroids. 20 years of memories he's kept in a box. Newspapers, magazines, dust are still on the items that he wore that day, like goggles, gloves, even his mask that he kept. Now, Hardwick says that he worked on what's called a bucket brigade, just carrying debris from Ground Zero. Take a listen.
There are certain smells that take me right back. Concrete dust, the smell of concrete dust. I've 20 plus years in the business. I've been on a few fires. The smell of like hot metal. But I mean, it's like it just takes you right back to being there. You've got all of this hurt and you've got all of this confusion and chaos going on. And you know that that's what you've trained yourself to do.
Now, he says he didn't see any casualties that day, but what he did see, he says, was interesting. An attaché case, that was the only thing that reminded him that there was an office building that once stood there. Now, of course, today we will remember all of those lives lost, but we will also remember those like Shane Hardwick, who, answered that call. He rushed in to help his fellow Americans that day.